The people you surround yourself with have an enormous impact on your life. They shape your thoughts, influence your decisions, and even affect your habits. As the saying goes, you become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time. So let me ask you, who are your 5? Are they lifting you up or pulling you down? Association isn't just about friendship. It's about mentorship, it's about inspiration, it's about growth. When you associate with people who are where you want to be, you start to think like them, act like them. Eventually, you become like them. It's not just about finding successful people and latching onto them. It's about bringing value to the relationship. Ask yourself, what can I offer? How can I contribute? Because the best associations are mutually beneficial. In this day and age, you don't have to personally know someone to be influenced by them. You can associate with great minds through books, through podcasts, through online courses. The wisdom of the world's greatest thinkers is at your fingertips. Are you taking advantage of it? I remember when I first started out, I couldn't afford to attend seminars or hire a personal mentor, but I could afford books. So I read voraciously. I associated with great minds through their written words. And let me tell you, it changed my life. It's not just about reading, it's about applying what you read. Knowledge without action is like having a library card but never checking out a book. It's potential untapped. So when you read a book, when you listen to a podcast, when you take a course, ask yourself, how can I apply this in my life? What's one thing I can do differently today based on what I've learned? That's how you turn information into transformation. Your environment is more than just the people around you. It's the physical space you inhabit, the media you consume, the conversations you engage in. Your environment shapes you in ways you might not even realize. It can either support your growth or hinder it. Think about it, is your workspace conducive to productivity? Does your home encourage relaxation and recharging? Are the places you frequent aligned with your goals and values? It's not just about the physical space either. Your digital environment matters too. What kind of content are you consuming online? Are you following social media accounts that inspire and educate you, or ones that drain your energy and waste your time? Remember, what you consistently expose yourself to becomes your normal. If you're constantly surrounded by negativity, complaining, and low ambitions, that becomes your baseline. But if you curate an environment of positivity, growth, and high standards, that becomes your new normal. So take a good hard look at your environment. Is it serving you or holding you back? And if it's not serving you, what changes can you make? Maybe it's as simple as decluttering your workspace, or as significant as changing your social circle. We are creatures of habit. Our daily routines, the small actions we repeat day in and day out, shape our lives more than we realize. What do you do first thing in the morning? How do you approach your work? What do you do in your free time? These seemingly small choices, when repeated consistently, have a compound effect on your life. Successful people don't rely on motivation or willpower alone. They build systems and habits that make success almost inevitable. They understand that discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. So how can you harness the power of habits in your own life? Start small. Don't try to overhaul your entire life overnight. Pick one habit. Maybe it's reading for 15 minutes every day, or going for a short walk, or writing in a gratitude journal. Make it so easy. You can't say no. Habit stacking. This is where you take a new habit and stack it on top of an existing one. For example, after I pour my morning coffee, I will read one page of a book. You're already in the habit of having your morning coffee, so you're just adding a new habit to that existing routine. Remember, small habits compound over time. Reading one page a day might not seem like much, but over a year, that's 365 pages. That's a whole book. Small changes consistently applied lead to remarkable results. Without clear goals, you're like a ship without a destination. You might be moving, but you're not really going anywhere specific goals. They need to be smart, that's specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Vague goals produce vague results. But when your goals are clear and concrete, you know exactly what you're aiming for and how to get there. For example, don't just say, I wanted more. Instead, say, I will read 25 pages every day for the next 30 days. See the difference? The second goal is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant to your growth, and has a time frame. But setting goals is just the first step. The real magic happens in the daily actions you take towards those goals. It's about breaking down your big goals into small, manageable tasks that you can work on every day. A powerful tip: write your goals down. There's something magical about putting pen to paper. It makes your goals real, tangible. Keep them somewhere you can see them every day. Review them regularly. Visualize yourself achieving them. Remember, what you focus on expands. So focus on your goals, focus on the person you want to become, focus on the life you want to create. Because where focus goes, energy flows. Your mindset is like the lens through which you view the world. It colors everything you see, every experience you have. There are two types of mindsets, a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. Those with a fixed mindset believe their qualities are set in stone. They think this is just who I am. But those with a growth mindset, they believe they can develop their abilities through dedication and hard work. Let me tell you, the difference between these two mindsets is night and day. A person with a fixed mindset sees challenges as threats. They avoid them, fearing failure. But someone with a growth mindset, they embrace challenges. They see them as opportunities to learn and grow. So ask yourself, which mindset do you have? Are you embracing challenges or avoiding them? Are you learning from criticism or defending against it? Are you inspired by the success of others or threatened by it? The good news is your mindset isn't fixed. You can change it. It starts with awareness. Start paying attention to your thoughts. When you face a setback, do you think, I'm just not good at this, or what can I learn from this? Remember, failure isn't a person. It's an event. It's not who you are. It's something that happens. And when you view it as a learning opportunity rather than a final verdict on your abilities, you open yourself up to growth. Growth happens at the edge of your comfort zone. If you're always comfortable, you're not growing. Many people shy away from discomfort. They see it as something to be avoided. But here's the truth. Discomfort is a sign that you're pushing yourself, that you're stretching, that you're growing. When you work out, it's uncomfortable. Your muscles ache, you sweat, you breathe hard. But that discomfort is a sign that you're getting stronger. The same principle applies to personal growth. So I want you to start embracing discomfort. Seek out challenges. Do things that scare you a little, because each time you step out of your comfort zone, it expands. What once seemed impossible becomes manageable. What once was difficult becomes easy. While discomfort is necessary for growth, burnout is not. The key is to push yourself just enough to grow, but not so much that you break. It's about finding that sweet spot between comfort and overwhelm. Remember, the goal isn't to be comfortable. The goal is to grow, to become better, to reach your full potential. And that often requires doing things that aren't comfortable in the moment, but lead to growth in the long run. Experience alone is not the best teacher. Evaluated experience is. It's not enough to just do things. You need to take the time to reflect on what you've done, what you've learned, and how you can improve. Set aside time regularly, maybe at the end of each day or week, to reflect on your experiences. Ask yourself, what didn't go so well? What did I learn? How can I apply these lessons moving forward? This practice of self-reflection does two important things. First, it helps you consolidate your learning, turning experiences into insights. Second, it helps you course correct, ensuring that you're always moving in the right direction. In our rush to achieve more, we often forget to acknowledge how far we've come. But recognizing your progress is crucial for maintaining motivation and building confidence. So take the time to celebrate your victories, no matter how small they might seem. Completed a task you've been procrastinating on. Celebrate it. Made a small improvement in your habits. Celebrate it. Every step forward is progress, and every bit of progress is worth acknowledging. Gratitude is not just a nice feeling. It's a powerful force that can transform your life. When you're grateful, you focus on what you have rather than what you lack. You appreciate the blessings in your life rather than taking them for granted. And here's the amazing thing. The more grateful you are, the more reasons you find to be grateful. So make gratitude a daily practice. Take time each day to reflect on the good things in your life. The people who love you, the opportunities you have, the lessons you've learned. Because when you're grateful, you open yourself up to even more good things. And remember, happiness is not something you postpone for the future. It's something you design for the present. So don't wait to be happy. Choose to be happy now. Choose to be grateful now, because that's where the magic happens. While goals are important, systems are what get you there. A goal is your desired outcome. A system is the process that leads to that outcome. For example, if your goal is to write a book, your system might be to write 500 words every day, no matter what. If your goal is to get in shape, your system might be to exercise for 30 minutes every morning. The beauty of focusing on systems is that they take the pressure off. You're no longer fixated on a far-off goal that you haven't achieved yet. Instead, you're focused on what you can do today, right now, to move in the right direction. When you trust in your systems, the goals often take care of themselves. Because success is not about one monumental change. It's about the sum of small changes consistently applied over time. Compound effect. This is the principle that consistent, incremental changes can lead to massive results over time. It's like interest in a bank account. It starts small, almost imperceptible. But given enough time, it grows into something substantial. The same is true for personal development. Reading 10 pages a day might not seem like much, but over a year, that's 3,650 pages, equivalent to about 18 books. Saving a small amount each day might not feel significant, but over time, it can grow into a substantial nest egg. The key is to trust the process, to keep showing up day after day, even when you don't see immediate results, because those small actions are like seeds. You plant them, you water them consistently, and one day you look up and realize you've grown a forest. True fulfillment doesn't come from just bettering yourself. It comes from using your growth to better the lives of others. As you grow, as you develop your skills and knowledge, think about how you can use these to make a positive impact. How can you serve others? How can you add value to the world around you? This doesn't have to be grand gestures. It can be as simple as sharing your knowledge with someone who needs it. It can be volunteering your time for a cause you believe in. It can be using your skills to help a friend or colleague. Remember, the more you give, the more you grow. And the more you grow, the more you have to give. It's a beautiful cycle that leads to a life of meaning and fulfillment. In our hustle culture, we often glorify non-stop work. But here's the truth. You can't pour from an empty cup. Rest isn't laziness. It's a crucial part of growth and productivity. Think about it. When you work out, your muscles don't grow during the workout. They grow during the rest period afterwards. The same principle applies to personal growth. So don't feel guilty about taking time to recharge. In fact, make it a priority. Schedule it into your day, just like you would any other important task. Whether it's meditation, a hobby you enjoy, or simply some quiet time to reflect. Find what rejuvenates you and make it a non-negotiable part of your routine. Quality sleep is one of the most underrated tools for personal development. It enhances your creativity, improves your decision-making, boosts your emotional intelligence, and even helps with memory consolidation. which means you'll retain more of what you learn. So if you're serious about self-improvement, prioritize your sleep. Create a bedtime routine that helps you wind down. Make your bedroom a sleep sanctuary and aim for those 7-9 hours of quality sleep each night. In today's fast-paced world, if you're not learning, you're falling behind. The most successful people are lifelong learners. Learning doesn't have to be formal education. It can be reading books, listening to podcasts, watching educational videos, attending workshops, or even just having meaningful conversations with people who know more than you do in certain areas. Make learning a daily habit. Set aside time each day to learn something new. It could be related to your career, a hobby, or just something that interests you. The key is to keep your mind active and growing. And remember, it's not just about accumulating information. It's about applying what you learn. Knowledge is potential power. It becomes actual power only when you put it into action. Your body and mind are interconnected. When you take care of your body, your mind performs better. And when your mind is sharp, you're more likely to make good decisions about your health. So make your physical health a priority. Exercise regularly, eat nutritious foods, get enough sleep, stay hydrated. These might seem like basic things, but they have a profound impact on your energy levels, your mood, your cognitive function, and ultimately, your ability to grow and improve in all areas of life. Remember, health is not just about the absence of illness. It's about vitality energy, the ability to live life to the fullest. When you're healthy, you have the energy to pursue your goals, to be there for your loved ones, to enjoy life's experiences. Life isn't always going to be smooth sailing. There will be setbacks, disappointments, failures. But it's not about avoiding these challenges. It's about how you respond to them. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity. It's about getting knocked down 7 times and standing up 8. It's about viewing challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities for growth. So how do you build resilience? It starts with your mindset. See challenges as temporary and specific, not permanent and pervasive. Focus on what you can control, not what you can't. Learn from your failures instead of being defined by them. And remember, resilience is like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. Every time you face a challenge and push through, you're building that resilience muscle. Every time you fail and get back up, you're growing stronger. True success isn't just about achieving in one area of your life. It's about creating a life that's fulfilling across all dimensions. What good is professional success if your personal relationships are in shambles? What's the point of financial wealth if you're in poor health and can't enjoy it? Real success is about harmony, about nurturing all aspects of your life. So take a look at your life. Are you giving adequate attention to your career, your relationships, your health, your personal growth, your spiritual life? If not, it's time to make some adjustments. Remember, balance doesn't mean giving equal time to everything. It means giving the right amount of attention to each area of your life. Balance isn't a destination, it's a continuous process. Life is dynamic, always changing. What constitutes balance for you today might be different tomorrow. The key is to stay aware, to keep checking in with yourself, and to make adjustments as needed. In a world that's constantly telling you who you should be, being true to yourself is a revolutionary act. There's only one you in this world. You have a unique combination of experiences, skills, perspectives, and gifts. When you try to be someone else, you're robbing the world of your unique contribution. Being authentic isn't always easy. It requires courage. It means being willing to stand out, to be different. It means being true to your values even when it's uncomfortable. Understand who you are at your core. What are your values? What matters most to you? What makes you come alive? Once you understand these things, let them guide your decisions, your actions, your life. Remember, the world doesn't need another copy. It needs you, the real, authentic you. In today's world, we're bombarded with distractions. Social media, emails, notifications. They're all vying for our attention. But here's the truth. Where your focus goes, your energy flows. The most successful people aren't necessarily the most talented. They're the ones who can maintain laser-like focus on their goals. They're the ones who can say no to the good to say yes to the great. So how do you develop this kind of focus? It starts with clarity. Be clear about what you want. What are your priorities? What are your non-negotiables? Once you have this clarity, it becomes easier to filter out the noise and focus on what truly matters. Work in focused 25-minute bursts, followed by short breaks. This helps maintain intense focus while preventing burnout. Remember, focus is not about doing more things. It's about doing the right things. Many people are afraid of failure. They see it as something to be avoided at all costs. But here's the truth. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of success. Every successful person you admire has failed, probably many times, but they didn't let failure stop them. They used it as a stepping stone. They learned from it, they grew from it, they used it as fuel for their journey. Failure is one of life's greatest teachers. It shows us what doesn't work. It challenges our assumptions. It forces us to think creatively, to find new solutions. So I want you to start reframing how you see failure. Instead of seeing it as a negative outcome, see it as feedback. When you fail at something, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this experience to grow? And remember, the only real failure is the failure to learn from your mistakes. Your words have immense power. They shape your reality. They influence how you feel, how you act, and ultimately, what you achieve. When you say, I can't do this, you're programming your mind for failure. But when you say, this is challenging, but I can figure it out, you're opening yourself up to possibilities. So start paying attention to your self-talk. Are you encouraging yourself or criticizing yourself? Are you focusing on possibilities or limitations? Remember, you'll never speak a better world into existence than the world you speak to yourself in private. And it's not just about how you talk to yourself. It's also about how you communicate with others. Are your words lifting others up or tearing them down? Are you spreading positivity or negativity? Remember, your words are like seeds. What you say today determines the harvest you'll reap tomorrow. Creativity isn't just for artists. It's a vital skill in today's rapidly changing world. Creativity is about seeing things differently. It's about connecting dots that others miss. It's about finding new solutions to old problems. And here's the thing. Creativity is not a talent you're born with. It's a skill you can develop. So how do you nurture your creativity? First, expose yourself to new experiences. Travel, read widely, try new things. The more diverse your experiences, the more connections your brain can make. Second, make time for play. Yes, play. When you're relaxed and having fun, your mind is free to make new connections. Third, practice brainstorming. Set aside time to come up with ideas. Lots of ideas. Don't judge them, just let them flow. Quantity often leads to quality. Remember, in a world where change is the only constant, creativity is not just a nice to have, it's a must have. You've heard the saying, your network is your net worth. And there's a lot of truth to that. Your network is not just about who you know, it's about who knows you, who trusts you, who's willing to vouch for you. It's about the relationships you build and nurture over time. Networking isn't about collecting business cards or LinkedIn connections. It's about building genuine relationships. It's about giving value before you expect to receive it. So how do you build a powerful network? First, be intentional about it. Identify the kind of people you want to connect with, people who inspire you, who challenge you, who are where you want to be. Second, focus on giving value. Ask yourself, how can I help this person? Maybe you can introduce them to someone, share a helpful resource, or offer your skills. Third, nurture your existing relationships. Don't just reach out when you need something. Stay in touch, celebrate their wins. Be there when they need support. Remember, a strong network can open doors that no amount of talent or hard work can. In today's world, IQ gets you in the door, but EQ gets you to the top. Emotional intelligence is about understanding and managing your own emotions and being able to recognize and influence the emotions of others. It's about empathy, self-awareness, social skills, and self-regulation. So how do you develop your emotional intelligence? Start with self-awareness. Pay attention to your emotions. What triggers them? How do they influence your behavior? Practice empathy. Try to see things from others' perspectives. Listen, not just to respond, but to understand. Work on your social skills. Learn to communicate effectively, to resolve conflicts, to inspire and influence others. And perhaps most importantly, learn to manage your emotions. This doesn't mean suppressing them. It means understanding them and choosing how to respond to them. Remember, at the end of the day, success is about working with people. And the better you understand people, starting with yourself, the more successful you'll be. The power of consistency, you see, it's not what you do once in a while that shapes your life. It's what you do consistently. Reading one book won't make you an expert. Going to the gym once won't get you in shape. Having one productive day won't make you successful. It's the consistent, daily actions that lead to remarkable results. This can seem not always exciting. In fact, it can often feel boring. It's about showing up day after day, even when you don't feel like it. It's about doing the right things, even when you don't see immediate results. So how do you develop consistency? First, start small. Don't try to change everything at once. Pick one habit, one area to focus on. Make it so easy you can't say no. Second, track your progress. Keep a record of your daily actions. This not only helps you stay accountable, but also allows you to see your progress over time. Third, prepare for obstacles. Think about what might get in the way of your consistency and plan for it. If you want to exercise in the morning, lay out your workout clothes the night before. Remember, consistency is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. It's what turns actions into habits and habits into results. I want to touch on something that's absolutely crucial in this journey of self-improvement: the importance of self-love and self-acceptance. You see, in our pursuit of growth and improvement, we often forget to love ourselves as we are. Self-improvement should come from a place of self-love, not self-loathing. It should be about becoming the best version of yourself, not trying to become someone else entirely. So I want you to practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself. Celebrate your strengths. Accept your flaws. They're part of what makes you unique. Forgive yourself for your mistakes. They're how you learn and grow. Remember, you are worthy of love and respect exactly as you are right now. Yes, strive to improve. Yes, work on becoming better. But do it from a place of self-love, not self-criticism. You can't hate yourself into a version of yourself you can love. It starts with accepting and loving yourself now. As you leave here today, I want you to remember this. You have greatness within you. You have the power to shape your life, to achieve your dreams, to make a difference in the world. But that power is activated only through persistent effort and unwavering commitment. Don't settle for less than you can be. Don't let your fears hold you back. Don't let your past define your future. Instead, embrace the journey of self-improvement. Embrace the challenge of becoming the best version of yourself. Remember, life is not about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. So go out there and create the life you want. Go out there and become the person you were meant to be. Because in the end, it's not about what you get. It's about who you become. And who you become is entirely up to you. Thank you.